Penguin Audio presents What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty. Read by Tamara Lovatt Smith. Chapter 1. She was floating, arms outspread, water lapping her body, breathing in a summery fragrance of salt and coconut. There was a pleasantly satisfied breakfast taste in her mouth of bacon and coffee and possibly croissants. She lifted her chin, and the morning sun shone so brightly on the water she had to squint through spangles of light to see her feet in front of her. Her toenails were each painted a different color: red, gold, purple, funny. The nail polish hadn't been applied very well, blobby and messy. Someone else was floating in the water right next to her. Someone she liked a lot, who made her laugh, with toenails painted the same way. The other person waggled multicolored toes at her companionably, and she was filled with sleepy contentment. Somewhere in the distance, a man's voice shouted, "Marco!" and a chorus of children's voices cried back, "Polo!" The man called out again, "Marco, Marco, Marco!" and the voices answered, "Polo, Polo, Polo!" A child laughed, a long, gurgling giggle like a stream of soap bubbles. A voice said quietly and insistently in her ear, "Alice!" and she tipped back her head and let the cool water slide silently over her face. Tiny dots of light danced before her eyes. Was it a dream or a memory? "I don't know," said a frightened voice. "I didn't see it happen." No need to get your knickers in a knot. The dream, or memory, or whatever it was, dissolved and vanished like a reflection on water, and instead fragments of thought began to drift through her head, as if she were waking up from a long, deep sleep late on a Sunday morning. Is cream cheese considered a soft cheese? It's not a hard cheese. It's not hard at all. So, logically, you would think something logical. Lavender is lovely. Logically lovely. Must prune back the lavender. I can smell lavender. No, I can't. Yes, I can. That's when she noticed the pain in her head for the first time. It hurt on one side a lot, as if someone had given her a good solid thwack with a baseball bat. Her thoughts sharpened. What was this pain in her head all about? Nobody had warned her about pain in the head. She had a whole list of peculiar symptoms to be prepared for. Heartburn, a taste like aluminium foil in your mouth, dizziness, extreme tiredness, but nothing about a hammering ache at the side of your head. That one should really have been mentioned because it was very painful. Of course, if she couldn't handle a run-of-the-mill headache, well then... The scent of lavender seemed to be coming and going like a gentle breeze. She let herself drift again. The best thing would be to fall back asleep and return to that lovely dream with the water and the multicolored toenails. Actually, maybe someone had mentioned headaches and she forgot? Yes, they had. Headaches, for heaven's sake. Really bad ones. Fabulous. So much to remember. No soft cheeses or smoked salmon or sushi because of the risk of that disease she never knew existed. Listeria, something to do with bacteria. Hurts the baby. That's why you weren't allowed to eat leftovers. One bite of a leftover chicken drumstick could kill the baby. The brutal responsibilities of parenthood. For now, she would just go back to sleep. That was the best thing. Listeria. Wisteria. The wisteria over the side fence is going to look stunning if it ever gets around to flowering. Listeria. Wisteria. Ha! Funny words. She smiled, but her head really did hurt a lot. She was trying to be brave. "Alice, can you hear me?" The lavender smell got stronger again. A bit sickly sweet. Cream cheese is a spreadable cheese. Not too soft, not too hard, just right. Like the baby bear's bed. Her eyelids are fluttering, like she's dreaming. It was no use. She couldn't get back to sleep, even though she felt exhausted, as if she could sleep forever. Were all pregnant women walking around with aching heads like this? Was the idea to toughen them up for labor pains? When she got up, she would check it out in one of the baby books. She always forgot how pain was so upsetting. Cruel.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?